Hello and welcome to OCL Week 6. We've got Wrecking Crew versus PeaPodz today. Our first map is going to be Subway. It looks like they're really close to getting ready to start. In the meantime, this is OCL, a little bit different from some of the other leagues like the really big one, VRML, in terms of rules and how it works. Unlike VRML, the map ban and pick format is just a little bit different. So generally maps 1 and 3 are defined within the match thread. So in this case, Subway and Downfall. But Downfall is an if needed map. So meaning if a team wins both the first and second map, we don't need to go to that third map to find the match decider. However, if they tie 1 and 1, we will be going to Downfall today. For map 2, our lower elo team, which I believe is PeaPodz today, will I could be wrong about that. I think it is the case that they're the lower elo team. They will get to ban a map, and that map has been sand, so we will not see sand today. And what that does leave in terms of our second map is either USS Quest, Shipyard, Arctic, or East Village. So that is to be decided. And we're gonna jump into the game. We're getting going. Oh no. I think we're gonna have a really quick reset. Okay, well we'll go back to kind of explaining a little bit here. They're gonna reset quick. So for maps 1 and 3, our higher elo team is gonna get to pick the side. So in this case, that's Wrecking Crew. It looks like for map 1 Subway, they have chosen to pick Volk. Not a surprise there. This is very common. I think it's what you would expect. This especially a map like Subway tends to be very Volk heavy, so it's no surprise at all that they have chosen Volk. Looks like we've officially started this match now. They're gonna go ahead and get that round reset figured out, and this time they have 5 players. So here we go. Gonna jump into the first round. They only have 4 players. They might round reset. And okay, back to the drawing board we go. There's yet another round reset. It's great. This gives us some time to clarify a few more things. In OCL, there's also a little bit different utility usage that's allowed. So you can use an M203 frag with the limit of 1 frag, and I believe that might have been changed to so on all maps with the limit of 1 frag. So I believe what that means is you can only use 1 per map. However, it may not be entirely clear. It could be possible they could use 1 per round, but at least the way that I'm reading this, I do believe it's just per map. So they'll have to if that's the case, they're going to have to really decide how they're going to deal with that. So that's a little bit different than what we're used to in VRML, where we do not see an M203 frag, and it does change how your Marsoc offense might play an objective. Personally, I like the change. I do like the addition of this M203 frag. I think it adds a cool dimension to the game that we otherwise wouldn't have, and it kind of makes some of those really dug-in positions a little bit more difficult. All right, here we go. Round 1. I think everybody's here. All right, they're going to go down. We're probably going to see some action here in this red room. It is very common to see just a little bit of action. Let's see if we can get to Dove as he comes in. This is a lot of times where we see action. However, Dove's going to come back, and he's going to kind of just sit here. So we're going to probably go up top, although they're all down below. We might see some up top. You can see that Boba has positioned himself neatly in this subway. We've got Misty also up top. Multiple players up top. Peas and Ring moving through. They're kind of just holding. We got Native already peeking up here. I'm back. We're going to see Dove is just hitting real well hidden there. Take a look and just kind of watch Boba's angle here. He's not really paying attention too much to that corner, but it doesn't look like Broken's plan is to come down at all. Let's take a look at Peas. Peas coming in. C4 detonated a little early. A little early of a detonation. This is a big push here. There's going to be a lot of players trying to get through here. Dove's probably going to get one, and then we're going to see some reaction from the rest of the group. Ooh, and look at that. There's a great peek there. That is not going... Ooh, that actually probably did hit. They're going to wait for some more util. And it doesn't look like Dove has much support. That flash probably did hit. It did. You can see Dove is shooting. The huge kill right away. Draven picks that refrag up. And we can see Sriracha coming down quick. Boba find him up top. This is the rest of the push here broken. Draven nicely just laying down. Big kill from Native. And they're going to start to move up a little bit. Let's kind of take a look at Voids. Voids is going to hold this real tight angle here. However, it is the case that if they're quiet and they do this carefully, we could see some difficulty. All right. We're just kind of waiting. Broken moving up quick. Huge kill. Sorry about that. Voids on a kill. Definitely getting a little bit of playback here. And I'm not really sure where it's at either. We're going to have to hold this angle for a bit while I try to figure out. And it is down to a 1v1. And there it is. Void's finding the kill. Unfortunately, I am going to have to figure out where this is going. In the moment, I'll be right back. I got to figure out this issue. I do apologize. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I managed to fix that issue. That is definitely an issue on my side, but let's go ahead and update the stats for this. We've got Wrecking Crew winning the first round on Volk. Unfortunately, I was not able to catch too much of the end of that. However, again, this objective, this underground objective, is a difficult objective for just about any team attempting to take it. And I think that the push that PeaPodz had there was pretty strong, but in the end, that C4 definitely tripped him up. And then I think maybe even just some of the strategy is kind of walking or crawling up the bottom, and they just weren't able to kind of do that. Looks like we're going to run to round 2 now. Hopefully we can, this will be a better round than the last. All right, here we go. Now PeaPodz. I almost always want to throw an S on the end, and it's not really the thing to do, I don't think. Oh, look at this. 2 going up. Ooh, it looks like a north push. Already here, Ring Monster. Broken's down below, but you can see this is a much different push, south and north, with only Dove in the bottom area there. Now Ring's kind of watching that horseshoe approach, but I really think this south approach is going to be successful in terms of Voids and Boba being able to get through. With these 5-minute rounds, I guess that's another big thing I probably didn't mention is these 5-minute rounds do change up the pace. So this is a much slower pace that Wrecking Crew's taking, trying to move up through here. And with only 5 minutes, they could run into some timing issues. It really does seem like only Ring and is it Sriracha? Is that might be the name there? I think yeah, roughly Sriracha. But the only two that are really watching this, Dove down below finding a trade with Native. Look at this spot. I mean, this is a great spot to kind of hold those. You know, it's possible I didn't have lasers going, so don't yell at me too bad. Lasers are now going. So they know that Ring is there. Looks like Ring's dropped back down. He's kind of worried about this bottom, but that's not really going to be an issue. Voids now is making his way up here. Sriracha's really the only person he's going to have to contend with for a moment. Nobody's coming up these stairs. Oh, here we go. Ring's kind of getting close. Ring's looking at it. Look at that, folks. Oh, Ring coming. Wow, we're kind of stuck on the ceiling. Sriracha's still kind of in the same place. Let's see if we can get a better view over here. Draven and Misty. Ooh, this is a lot of angles. Let's see if we can find this. Sriracha's in a tricky spot. Oh, Misty finding it. That clears the top platform for this entire group. They now can start to move in. We can kind of take a look at our defense here. Peas hidden in the corner. And that leaves Ring and Fog on this other side. So it looks like they're going to probably take kind of an approach on these stairs. Sometimes you see defenders try to play these positions here, but in this case they're not going to challenge those directly. There we go, starting to get a little closer. Looks like Misty's just kind of pre-firing, nothing major there. Let's take a look at Voids. Voids is getting close to wanting to go down. Oh, now he is. Here we are. This is likely the first area we're going to see some interaction. Ooh. See if we can look at this. There's been some. Oh, okay. The smoke's there. Ring's going to have to swing. Fog is to his left. Ooh, Fog finds him. Boba's down by C4. That's going to be the push there. Misty coming down now. Let's take a look at Peas here. A lot of smoke. Ring's going to want to get in there and make sure that this push isn't successful. Oh, another smoke. Another smoke. What is that? Is that a grenade? It's a flash. Another flash. I don't think any of them can see each other. They've all walked past each other here. Let's see if we can look at Ring. And Ring gets the knife on both of them. Just unfortunate series of flashes. Oh, wow. And Ring with 4 kills. A double knife kill. You don't often see the double knife kill. But we're going to see PeaPodz. I got to stop adding the S. The S just doesn't belong. PeaPodz taking the round win. And that's going to make this back just 1-1. So far, very defensive heavy. And I do think that we oftentimes see Subway and with it being a very defensive heavy map. So it's, to me, not all that surprising. Maybe it is to you. All right, kind of back to what we were looking at in terms of differences for maps. This league bans night vision on day maps, so this doesn't affect Subway. Subway, you can use night vision. It's one of the specific maps that it kind of lets you. Subway doesn't necessarily have a night and day version. Other maps that do have this night and day version have a limitation in that you can't use night vision. And so this has been a common strategy, I think, especially as of late, where players kind of on these day maps try to use that night vision to kind of get a better look into some of those darker areas. I think a common one might be Quarantine, the whole area that's really dark under there. Very hard to see people if you're trying to go through, but night vision can really help. So that's not allowed here. So that definitely can kind of affect some play styles that people have. All right, we're about to get going into our next round. All right, here we go. Oh wow. Here we go. Boba, Dove. So they've got what effectively a lot of people call this quick spawn here. We're gonna try to see how this is dealt with. You can see this is a really rough push. Or I shouldn't say rough, fast push. Dove finds a kill. They're gonna have to react to that. They know where he's at now. Look at that. Look at that. That's a right on him. Dove's down. What a grenade from PeaPodz. An absolutely beautiful grenade. All right, push is slowing down. The flashlight play has definitely thrown a kink in his plan. And you know, I guess it's not. Maybe we can try to view here, but we it doesn't affect us like it affects them. This flashlight really can make it difficult for them to deal with Boba. Um, looks like they're gonna try to go maybe around the flashlight, but really paying attention to not only Boba's spot but also that horseshoe position. It looks like they are gonna try to frag it. Here we go. Look at that. Ooh, just slightly off. Boba is nice and tucked in here. We are not going to see a... Going to take a little bit more placement on a grenade to kill him. They might... They could potentially have that placement. Let's see. We got voids in the pocket here. This is a very common north position. Here we go. Look at that C4. There's a lot of lasers here. A little bit of pre-fire from Peas. They still have somebody sitting back, really just watching in case anybody gets interested on that flank. Looks like the flashlight pistol's out, trying to blind us. Oh, and Boba finding Peas. The flashlight use against the Volk did not work out for Peas. Ring might have gotten something there. Ooh, he's lit and Molotov. It's gonna at least slow this group down, but if they could get a grenade. Oh, just a flash. Ring's gonna come down quick. Now that grenade might work, except it's a flash. All Boba has to do is tuck in, rely on that teammate. You can see these other lasers coming in. That might be a grenade. It's another flash, but they... Oh, and just perfect timing. It's a trade. Another flash, but... Oh, Draven's seen him move over. Let's... Look at this. Draven finding a nice little spot to watch him from. It is now a 2v1. Oh, and that's the round. 2-1 Wrecking Crew. Yet another Volk round win. Let's look at these stats, guys. Ring Monster, 5-2. I believe Ring Monster was the guy that knifed to the other round. Let's see. Voids 3-2, Draven 3-2. The spread on Wrecking Crew is very even. I mean, these guys roughly all have either 3 or 2 kills. The spread's a little bit different here for PeaPodz. That's gonna go ahead and give second round to Wrecking Crew. 2-1. Still a little bit of a Volk heavy map so far. Maybe we will see a little bit of a change, although I will say some of these objectives haven't... I really think that that first objective it can be really difficult for some teams to overtake. The mid-platform objective, I think, is a pretty common one we might see a Marsoc win from. There's just so many different ways you can attack that objective. Chinatown, you can kind of center things down to roughly 3 choke points. So I still think Chinatown's commonly one of those objectives that is a little bit more bulk heavy. But I know there's plenty of really good teams that will obviously tell me that statement is very false as they win a lot on Chinatown or even the Southwest objective. But it's now a Wrecking Crew's turn, and if you're Wrecking Crew at this point, you really want to just take these. You're doing great on Volk, but you really want that breakaway round where you win that Marsoc and really force the other team on their toes. We'll be going to a custom map after this, and so Wrecking Crew does get to pick. So if you're PeaPodz, you really want to take the win here. You don't know what map they could pick, and you don't have that advantage in terms of picking a map. The ban you get, I I feel that the ban is just there's still a lot of maps in that pool that a team can pick from in terms of what they're really good at. They're gonna come up here. Let's see. This is Ring Monster coming up. Let's see here. Ooh, okay, we got a C4. Very quick grenade. Okay, there was a 203 frag. That almost looked like a Lipinski style frag trying to mortar. Ooh, I totally missed that kill, folks. But that was a complete trade. We still have Sriracha. It might be best to watch Sriracha for a moment because Ring's going to tuck in. Interesting, they've stuck 2 people up on here, so not just one. Defense kind of stalled out here. Again, that 5-minute timer can really affect some of these scenarios where you get a little stalled out. All right, let's see what we got here. Smoke coming out. Sriracha's still going to be able to see. Ooh, let's see if we can see this laser shooting through the smoke. 2 have crossed. Multiple crosses now. It looks like their goal is to completely cross. We still got this C4. Boba's the only one stuck on the other side. Ooh, and he's down. Ring's going to get the confirm. Maybe. He does. Ring, interesting. Very worried. Looks like we did lose Sriracha on the other side. That grenade's not going to work. Dove tried to recreate the grenade that happened to him. It didn't work. Ooh, a huge kill. So that now makes this a 2-on-2. We've got just Dove and Misty. Misty's trying to really consider if that was a trade or not. He's going to have to go all the way down to consider it, but he might be able to find some util usage or some extra utils to use. Let's see what we got here. He's just sitting at that middle area there. It can be a good position to see not only the north, but also the entrance from Triple X Alley, as well as this middle. However, it does make you susceptible to a grenade. A lot of groups do just kind of grenade this. He's opting to crouch through. He's going to try to do some crouch peeking here. And he gets Dove down. Let's see what Misty's going to do. Oh, a huge kill from Misty. A little bit of an over peek on P's part. We've got Broken. Natives is going to get in a position he can really watch this OBJ. This is a good angle. Oh, and he just peeks he looks away at the wrong time. Now, the question is what util do they have? They can really overwhelm this defender. Oh, huge kill there. Oh, is he going to peek it? Wow, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he's peeking this. Misty, oh, and just the perfect timing for Misty. Broken, seeing him out of the corner of his eye, but just not in time. Wow, and there's Wrecking Crew pulling ahead with our first Marsoc win. Again, a very even kill spread from Wrecking Crew. 3-1. That's if you're Wrecking Crew, this is the position you want to be in. You really want to be taking away, getting that lead now. You can afford now to lose another Marsoc round and kind of go straight in. Let's see, what is our next objective? Looks like we've got potentially what might be your favorite subway objective. It's definitely, we often see a lot of action on this objective. That's going to be our north objective. It is a very, very commonly planned out objective. You typically have a lot of teams trying to take some aggressive pushes. From my experience with Wrecking Crew, they typically like to place some players south. I know some teams will place generally like one person. You'll see some top teams play two south, but you do see normally a very heavy north presence from both the Volk and the Marsoc. We're probably going to get to see some very quick action the moment this round starts. It typically goes down very quick. Man, PeaPodz. These are been really tight rounds, especially that last round. The 1v1 is very tight, very difficult. 1v1 scenarios often, I really do think they often go more to the to the Marsoc, especially if you have time. If they don't know where you're at, they have to cover a lot of ground, and that can be very difficult for a Volk defender to do, making sure you don't get capped on from a number of different areas. All right, here we go. Let's get going. There we go. We got our pods coming in. All the peas in the pod, they're coming up quick. Look at that grenade. Oh my gosh, wrong angle. Oh, we almost missed it. Okay, here we go. Peas. Failed grenade by Peas. Peas is gonna come right up. Unfortunately, that's a wasted util. Another, that might catch him though. That might catch. That did catch. There we go. Oh, wrong. Okay, here we go. This is what we want. Ooh, that grenade finishes ring. It's a good grenade by Voids. It is now a 4v3, and this time Wrecking Crew has only placed one player south, Misty. I think that this is a very common place for Misty to play. All right, we kind of have a flash. I don't think it grabbed him. Oh, huge kill there by Voids. They're going to have to deal with Voids here. Another flash, and I think it's just too far. These flashes are just not properly thrown. That's a huge kill, and not to mention the precision there was just amazing. Boba tucking that left side. Another grenade a little early. I think the big question here is how much util the PeaPodz group has. Ooh, if this is another grenade. And you can see that Boba is taking a page out of the Raptors textbook. Lob that back wall with grenades. Ooh. A lot of smoke, but they're going to have to find Boba. Boba finds it. Boba goes down, and it is a 1v2 now. A lot of smoke. Draven's worried about it, but there's really only one place they can cap. I think he saw him on the corner of that smoke. It is very common for you to be able to kind of see movement at the edges of smokes. Broken coming down in. Draven right at that corner, but Misty's in some... Oh, huge kill. Oh, and does he get Misty? He gets Misty! And the Marsoc round that PeaPodz needed, they have just successfully won. And look at this. Broken native, 8-4. Ring, 6-4. Another Void 6-4. But that is a great answer to Wrecking Crew's Marsoc round. Officially 3-2 in favor of Wrecking Crew. We're starting to reach some of these objectives on Subway that might be more Marsoc heavy. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this is North more common to be a Marsoc objective? All in all, a very interesting push from the PeaPodz group. The initial downing, I believe, I can't remember. I think it was Ring downed himself. It could have been Peas. I can't remember who it was. That kind of throws a kink in things, slows down the push, and had Void's been a little bit more of an aggressive player, you have some players that are very aggressive there. That could have been potentially a free kill for the group, for the defense. All right. Native MVP so far. She's doing great. 8-4. I think that was I think she did clutch the entire round there. We're gonna go right back into it. Can Wrecking Crew win another Marsoc round? I think this is the big question. It's a big question on my mind. Here we go. Ring Monster and Fog. We got Sriracha. All right, let's take a look at 3. Camera 3. And this is a totally different push. I mean, this is not the common north push you see. Dove is just making a lot of noise at this corner in case somebody peeks up, but looks like we've got a much different push, and also we can see a little bit different defensive strategy. Native and Peas playing this south. That grenade is, I think, a distraction. You want to pull that, or pulling that second guy up north. Let's take a look at Native's position, see what she's doing. Native, look at this. This is a good position. I mean, there's really only one. There's 2 other paths they could come from that Native's not going to see. And if we look at Sriracha's position, I guess I was wrong. There's only 1 player south. So there's only 2 positions that Native can't cover from this particular angle. However, it is very common that she's going to hear them. I mean, it's these steps going up from the bottom, and we also have the horseshoe, but both of which I think you're going to hear. Let's kind of see what's going on here. Dove just taking his time. Oh wow, I'm actually wrong, guys. They do have another person south. I think I said this before, and I just totally threw this off. This is just not a common spot you see, but so it's actually Peas that is watching the rest of this coverage. I really do like this positioning that this group has taken. In this case, I think it's going to work well. Look at this. Oh, a huge kill. In this case, I think it's going to work well because a lot of this push is south, and they are positioned in a way to really break a south push. Native's going to need to start looking again. Only down. That's going to be an important... She's going to need to tag that body. Ooh, so they at least know where she's sitting now, and definitely want to try to tag that body. As you can see, Ring is now making a flank.
I think there is one in horseshoe, so watch
out. Yeah. I don't think she's going to confirm. Let's take a look. Ring might be the first person to run into somebody. Ooh, Ring is downed, and That's quick.
No, that was horseshoe. There's one. It's native on track.
They know who's on track. I think they might have heard her speak. Draven is still only downed, and so while this is a good position, time is running out. They don't have too much time to go through and clear everything. They need to start challenging native quick. Let's see what Boba's gonna do. Voids is kind of working to come down, unable to get the kill. And this is not good for the Wrecking Crew squad. They need to break through this defense, and they need to do it soon. Voids by downing native, finishing. Okay, this is great. This is what you needed, but PeaPodz is about to find Voids. Huge kill. Now that's a suppressor. It's possible that they do not know where their teammate just died from. Oh, but Misty's crossed. Misty goes down. They're going to know where he's at now, but they've got almost 20 seconds. It is really running down the clock. They're also got to worry about this north side. Draven going down the steps. I think he might have got flashed. Boba's stuck. Boba is definitely stuck. 8 seconds. Draven come back up, and the time has just run out, folks. There's nothing left to do for this squad. He's going to come out and find the rest of them. And PeaPodz has brought it back to a 3-3. P 6-4. Sriracha 2-5. Broken Native 8-5. Ring Monster 7-5. Fog Cabin 3-4. Another very tight spread with Voids leading the pack 7-5. Wrecking Crew's going to go to defense now. All they really need to do is try to hold a very tight defense, and they might be able to just square this win away. These are the tight games you hope to see. All right. Welcome everyone to the chat. We've got quite a few people here. Unfortunately, I had a little bit of trouble with this chat. That first round you might have saw there was some I was a little bit disoriented towards the end of that round. For some reason, the chat window was playing audio, so I could hear it. I don't think you guys could, but man, is it hard to to focus when you could hear your own self talking in the background. All right, we're gonna go to our next objective very quickly, and this is a good objective, I think. This is the southwest objective. I personally like to say this is my favorite objective. I really think that it's just well placed, and DPI did an amazing job with this objective. I think it's just well placed. I really do. Chinatown's another similar objective in terms of how many different pathways a group can take to get to this objective. The south stairs, I kind of say, are very similar to that triple X alley that you see on Chinatown. It's very difficult to approach that particular section. All right, we're gonna see what a lot of people call effectively a quick spawn. We might see a quick nade from Voids. Oh, he's cooking it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was just lying. Ooh, that's a down. I'm in the wall. Oh no, I'm in the wall. I'm in the wall. And I'm back in the wall. All right, we're good. They dove down. Misty's gonna go back. So that trade was in the favor. Well, was it in favor? I guess me being stuck in a wall, I didn't pay attention too much. I think they did lose a player. This defense is holding rather tight. Not too much here. Voids is gonna hug. Okay, so this smoke allows them to kind of start pushing up. I don't actually know that the smoke is particularly needed in this position. It might just be a distraction. Oh, let's go to this other one. So they were expecting this position to my left. However, Voids is not playing there. Let's see, do we have a C4 we can see? I imagine Voids is a player that uses C4. There may not be one, actually. I don't see one. Oh, it's there. It was hidden. That's very quick pickup. That's what you want to see. You want to see that pickup really fast. Voids throwing a cooked grenade, and that is really good reaction and from the entire group there. You really do want to see that quick reaction. All four of them making sure to be out of the way of the grenade. Start. Oh, Boba finds ring. These are very common spots that the defense are sitting. A lot of lasers. Ooh, Boba finding the other one. And this is quickly not looking good for PeaPodz. They need some other interesting action. Wow, that grenade was close. And this could be the action. If Peas can swing and get this kill, it can divert the attention of that defense away from Fog to give him a little less pressure. But Misty is, we can see him. Ooh, okay, there's the peak. He's waiting. He's got to wait at least 2 seconds. That's one of the newest rules that I think's been added to most of the leagues. He wouldn't be able to peek again unless his gun was up. In this case, I think he was just looking. And look at that. Oh, man. The second C4. I know a lot of casters go around really checking those C4s. I haven't done the greatest job today doing that. But, yeah, wow. The C4. And there is the kills. Wow. Wrecking Crew able to come out in the end on top 4-3. What a great objective this was, and what a great map this has been. And we're gonna move on. I imagine there's gonna be a little bit of a rehost. It's pretty common that you don't see these maps at the end, so we're probably gonna see a bit of a rehost. But there's your final kills, folks, and it's a pretty tight spread all around. I think that's very indicative of how tight of a match this was, 4-3. And there was there's a little bit of Marsoc trading, but maybe there was some more Marsoc rounds around. But all in all, 2 Marsoc rounds for Subway, I think is a little surprising. For me, I think I see a lot more Volk back and forth. All right, we're gonna just have to see where we go. Hopefully, we're gonna have very quickly a nice surprise. So going back, those maps that can be played, we said that sand was banned. So sand is not an option that can be played here. Instead, we have USS Quest, Shipyard, Arctic, or Volk. So we're gonna have to see which one of those is chosen. My bet's Arctic, honestly. I think this is an Arctic team. I really do. All right, folks, we're gonna be right back in just a moment with our second map. Welcome back. We are on to map 2. And I was wrong. I can't believe I was wrong. I don't think it happens very often. But yeah. Unfortunate day. It was not Arctic. We have Shipyard. Probably potentially one of my second favorite maps. Let's try to fix this. We might be able to fix this in this time. We're not going to be able to fix this. Okay, everybody is going to hate me for that positioning of Shipyard. I can't fix it. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. Okay, so for map 2, the lower elo team banned, in this case, this was PeaPodz. They banned Sand. Wrecking Crew picked Shipyard, but that means that PeaPodz gets to pick the side. And as expected, PeaPodz did pick Volk. So we are going to see, starting off with the west objective, if you're familiar. So north would be the boat, but we're going to start with the west objective. It's in the building. I think this objective can be a very heavy Volk round, especially if the team really sets up a great defense. I think it could be incredibly Volk heavy. But again, who am I? I don't know much. Wrecking Crew is here to prove me wrong on this. Oh wow, I totally flicked that. I should not have done that. Let's see where the Wrecking Crew's at. And we have a special surprise, folks. We've got a co-caster here. His name is none other than Wicked Hex. Wicked, welcome.
Yo. Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, okay. It's been an interesting set of events. I don't know if you're caught up so far, but Wrecking Crew pulled the win at the very end. And I do need to make it to where you can see. So we're gonna watch.
Yep, I'm still on the cast. I just saw the.
Yeah, one moment. We're gonna be there. There we go. You should be all squared away. As long as I can't hear I just need to make sure.
All right.
Yeah, it should be all squared away.
What map are we on?
We are on Shipyard. I originally thought that Wrecking Crew would pick Arctic, but I was rather wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see it. I like this map.
Look at this. Fog. Fog is just he's trying to find the dirtiest angles he can find.
Jeez.
Wow, the sliver of visibility is insane. But
my
he's
issue
found
is when
it.
I go down like that, I stay down. Like there's no getting up quick.
I think I'm still young enough. I jump up really quick, but my knees are getting bad. I played, unfortunately, too many sports and had too many knee injuries. I feel like I'm gonna be in your. Ooh, okay.
At least mine's from the military and sports.
Yeah, at least I guess that's a better excuse than what I have for bad knees.
Just trying to let Kobo get up there a little bit.
So I think he saw fog, but I mean this is well maybe he was just shooting back. It's possible that he didn't see
I didn't
it.
even know you could shoot through that. I've never seen anyone hold that angle.
It's definitely a new one for me. Native, she's in a position I've seen before. P's, I think, in a very common position. Ring's in a very common position. Misty finding Ring in that common position. So sometimes when you think about those positionings, you might have to consider how common it's played.
I almost auto 203 broke a native spot. There's just always somebody there.
Yeah. There's also a good angle. Well, I guess she's not exactly in the angle that I'm thinking. She would need to be a little bit further down. Misty on this boat, but I don't
this could
know.
Be devastating.
I don't know. Can Misty can jump down onto her, but he can't go behind these boxes. Wow, Native just putting in the work. Void's gonna quickly probably rotate here. Oh, Void's finding it. And this is starting to look a little bit more towards Wrecking Crew. I think they've kind of gotten through some of the most difficult positionings to deal with, but none of them took the 3-story. So none of them have really gotten eyes up there.
I was just gonna say Peas is gonna be the game changer here. If he could stay up there and wreak havoc, I think they stand a chance. But if they start, people start dying and he needs to rotate inside, then it's gonna collapse quick.
Yeah, I mean Peas This is kind of one of those things I think normally you want to try to have somebody go up top to at least know they're there.
Oh, here we go.
Looks like it's gonna start. Let's see if we can get a view inside here that can be useful.
Void's peeking under the.
Voids is looking for Fog. I'm not
Yeah.
sure that Voids even knows where he was positioned per se. Let's see what we can find. Can we find a good angle here? And that's a
Ooh,
huge
there goes
kill.
one. Yep.
Look at this. Now we've got Peas. Let's see what Peas is looking to do. Peas is just
Oh.
right up top, and Draven's coming in. Ooh, look at that. Look at this.
I
Draven.
don't think that hit him.
It didn't. I think that calls out's coming there. I think Sriracha might have seen that. Ooh, look at this. He's rotated out now. Let's just take a look and see what he's gonna do. Peas is up top. Look at that. Peas finding it.
What a rotation from Peas.
And I think really maybe the only this was a great push from Wrecking Crew, but with the only misstep being just no eyes on that top of the building, giving Peas some really dominant positions and some rotations that typically you don't have.
Yeah. Still was only 19 seconds left on the clock too, so they used up like a majority of the round. And
yeah, I think it's been the
didn't work
case that Wrecking Crew has been kind of running into that timing situation that we run into on Animal House all the time.
Oh,
The 5
just
minutes is really
begging.
rough.
I was just begging in our team chat to start playing fast. I missed the aggression. When I first joined the team, all we knew was one gear, and that was fast. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're a better team now, but I just miss the aggression so much.
All right, it's 1-0. And so far, PeaPodz with a Volca win. Now, this last map, I was thinking Subway would be very Volk heavy, but we saw 2 Marsoc wins that we don't normally. I don't know. I feel like Subway oftentimes can be very Volk heavy, especially for similarly skilled teams. And
really depends on the objective, yeah.
All right. So if they win, if Wrecking Crew pulls the win, we are not going to downfall. However, if this plays out Volk heavy, we could be going to a third map. All right, folks, here we go. We're going into our next round.
What's your prediction?
I kind of have a feeling that the PeaPod group is gonna kind of take the win here. Wrecking Crew plays very tight, but I've seen some of the stuff these guys do, and I'm really liking how the PeaPodz group is able to kind of penetrate through some of these really difficult defensive spots.
Yeah, I don't know how often or how much they played Shipyard. I'm curious if they have those interesting spots like they were holding in on Subway. Oh, that's one early death. 25 seconds into the map.
Yeah, look at that. Misty's in an interesting spot, but these are just not. Unfortunately, Misty's not in a position to be seen if we can kind of get down to this level. Misty is a smaller guy. Native's going to kind of do similar to what Misty did. However, this is kind of something I guess you could keep in mind. If you took that position that Wrecking Crew took last time, you would see a guy that's playing this corner if you run the side of that boat.
Mm-hmm.
This group has good cover on the top there. You could see Peas. You could definitely, at this point, you would have expected him to peek the top of that a bit.
I'm surprised that Wrecking Crew has nobody on the roof, or at least in the back stairs there.
Yeah, maybe they're just banking on this team not coming from below, which at least at this point is probably a good prediction. But it's also possible that they're part of Dove's positioning is to get audio if they were.
Honestly, I don't think there's enough time to go downstairs because you have to go silent once you get close enough so they don't hear you coming.
Yeah.
And just with 5 minutes, it really just affects the routes you can take out quick.
Wow.
Is that
Now,
203?
I think that was a
Yeah.
regular grenade from the audio.
He has an MK18.
He doesn't. Yeah, let's look. Who was that? Was it Ring?
There's Peas.
It was Peas. Okay, let's see. What does Peas have? No, it was definitely just a regular grenade. Wow.
Nice.
This is gonna start to get very dicey. If you're a defender, this is what you're seeing right now. And I don't think there's ample coverage yet. Draven rotating. I mean, potentially, I think maybe Boba is able. It's possible. Can Boba see the other side of that? Oh, he can. So Boba's not very worried about that smoke at the moment. And with 5 people up, it's almost
Peas
like
is probably gonna get on this roof again and just freak.
probably with 5 people up, you could really send a guy below just moving quick to get behind. Oh, Boba, just keep watching it, Boba. And Boba moves at the wrong time, and he's down.
He does
Draven.
get Peas.
And it's just Ring. Ring knows where he's at. Draven pulls the win out of that. Can Draven clutch this? Draven's unfortunately didn't finish that. But I think we got to worry about potentially a cap here. Sriracha is getting close. Fog cabin's close. So let's see what we're looking at. Ooh, and look at the headshot. If they didn't kill him there, I think the flash would have got him, and that could have been a potential cap attempt. 2-0.
That was a
And
nice push.
Having 5 up when they breached that doorway really did help, or I should say breached the building. That really does help having 5 up. I mean, there's just so many corners somebody could sit, and it's very hard for one individual to kind of go through and check all of them. So
Those were 2 dominating rounds though by PeaPodz to start Shipyard.
Yeah, I have a feeling that if it keeps going this way, we're gonna see a third map. And I've played Wrecking Crew on Downfall. I kind of have some bets towards Wrecking Crew, especially when it comes to the Downfall map. They play Volk very tight, and I think if you play a very tight Volk on Downfall, it can be very difficult for even some of the better defenses, or sorry, offenses to win.
Yeah, I'm really just not a fan of that map.
Well, I mean, it's going to change soon, so it's going to really, I think, play very differently after the change. So yeah, who knows? You might like it.
It's true. I mean, honestly, I did like it a little better on my index. That was compared to the Quest 2, just because I could finally see in windows. But yeah, it just feels like it's tough to be aggressive on that map, and that's how I like to play.
Yeah, I don't know. Downfall is a hit or miss for me. I think the biggest the biggest struggle happens to be with the team that I'm playing with, especially on Marsoc rounds. If I have a team that can really work together, have clear communication and a lot of it to find where players are dug in, I typically have a lot more success on that map. But when it's a little more quiet, I feel like there's no way for you to really find out where 5 people are digging in.
Yeah, I also do want to say though, I just looked on the VRML site. They only have a 20% win rate on Downfall. Talking about Wrecking Crew.
So which team was that?
Wrecking Crew.
Okay, so yeah, it's possible that Wrecking Crew doesn't really
I don't
want a
know.
third map. So
Yeah,
we're
momentum is a big factor too. I don't know. I feel like I could definitely bet on PeaPodz.
yeah, statistically, the chances of winning a Marsoc here is low, but Misty's trying to
Ooh.
change those stats really quickly.
Early pick. 20 seconds in this time.
Oh, and we're seeing 2 go below. Oh no, I can't get out to see Dove. Oh my gosh. All right, here we are. I think we should probably pay attention to voids quick. Ring in another common position. Ring's kind of wondering where that audio is coming from, I think. And so there might be a call out for Fog to be careful. and they still just have a guy stationed kind of very far in the back, watching that long angle. I believe that was Misty that got that kill. I think maybe he's confirming still. Looks like it. He's definitely hit the body a bunch. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I could definitely see the red splatter. And we're going to kind of be at a little bit of a stalemate for a bit. And this is where Wrecking Crew might run into that 5-minute timer issue again. A whole minute really changes your positioning, and they're starting to move really slow in that bottom. I don't know. What do you think, Wicked?
Yeah, no, that's the issue with going down there. You just have to take it so slow that you don't leave yourself much time left to clear the corners you need to clear.
Wow,
Ooh.
I'm a little surprised. I'm surprised that flash hit him. It looked like he was flashed, and it landed on top of this container.
Hmm.
Yeah, who knows? I'm a little surprised that was the
Onward.
case. Yeah, it is. Unfortunate for him, it's that the flash hit him. But some objects. I know with Shipyard, I found some objects that I think they fixed them now, but at least is uh last season Shipyard had a few objects here, some tables that PCVR couldn't shoot through, but
Is
the
Fog going to see this?
ooh, but if you were standalone, you could. Let's look at Dub. I'm just
Can you
missing
go
all the
back
kills
to
here.
Fog?
Yeah, let's go to
He doesn't. I don't know if he knows.
a lot of action happened on the
I
boat.
really liked his spot up there.
It was good. I don't I don't know if he was directly challenging anything in the position that he was in. We got a little bit of a ring around the rosy over here. Peas. Draven finding Fog. Peas there. Ooh, missing some action, but can he find Fog or Peas? I don't know that he can. Not to mention, if Sriracha calls Dove out,
Ooh, Peace gets Boba too.
now we should just be watching Peas' perspective here. Look at this. Wrong perspective, guys. And Dove
Good
is
confirm. Peace just shut that round down with a late rotation.
wow.
And
Just
the
a trade
trade.
at the end. And 3-0 is going to be rough for Wrecking Crew, but they definitely need to shift the momentum at least a little bit. You don't want to go into that third map not winning a round. Sriracha with 5 kills. Peas with
Peas at
7.
7.
Wow. Peas really.
Waiting on Fog and Ring to get on the board.
It seems like it. Another really tight spread, I think, for Wrecking Crew. These guys often just have a tight spread in terms of their kills between players. 3-0.
Yeah.
Do you think the PeaPodz can come around with another Marsoc win to finish it?
I'm
Wow, I
curious what the
totally changed
objective
that
is.
to the wrong value, guys. I apologize. It's 3-0, not 4. That was not foreshadowing. I'm not claiming to say that PeaPodz is gonna win.
Conspiracy.
Total accident. All right. And I haven't seen a lot of 203s used on this. I don't know. I feel like 203s aren't commonly like you can use them on long range maps, but a lot of people opt not to use them on some more longer range maps. Maybe because the gun you have to use in order to use them is not very good long range. Uh, so, but adding them into some of these medium and smaller maps has definitely been interesting.
Oh yeah. I feel like you weren't too much of a fan of it at first, but
It's the noob
it's really
tube.
useful.
I will always refer to it as the noob tube, and it's like you are what you use. So
Honestly, it's just like that. It adds that element. There's less camping because you can't be in the spots
yeah,
where you can get tubed from.
it's one of those things like it can really be, if used properly, a free kill for that Marsoc and kind of
Yep.
that breakup. Oh my gosh, I got flicked the other way. Peas with just a great position. Let's see if we can see Ring as he comes up. Already rotating around, broken. Now Dove, this is a position I've found Misty in before. Very
Under
common. It's
under the ramp.
it's just a good position. It really is. Boba's in a common position as well. Although, well, maybe not common. I don't think people sit on the stairs themselves. I feel like he might be super exposed. Look at that. Huge kill.
Ooh,
That's a great kill from Native.
that was a great kill.
Ooh, but Boba's position paid off
She
for
gets
the
to, she
moment.
does get the information out.
Boba managed to escape death, and this is a res they can play. Not to mention they do have some players that are closer, but man, you might want to be careful of voids here. This little sneaky guy. Oh wow. Oh wow. You know, you just hope not to make noise in your play space when you're in these moments. Oh, and Ring manages to find the kill, but Peace is there. This could be a death trap for Misty. Don't do it, Misty.
They traded over here by the container.
Boba and Native. Oh, but Misty catches Peas. But Misty goes down, and that's going to give PeaPodz the final round. That is 4-0, folks. PeaPodz taking the win. We're going to be going to Downfall.
Honestly, Voids was in a really tough spot to be revived. Misty was gonna have to go all the way to the second floor and then hop down. That
Yeah,
would have been a tough revive.
that was a
way.
very difficult revive for sure. But I can't remember who it was that got the kill. Oh, we switched really quick. Let's go over here.
Ruby said, yeah, stats from a year ago. Did the lineup change much?
You know,
did something
these
happen?
guys have started playing a lot more. The lineup has changed, but I'd also say that, you know, since at least even last season, Wrecking Crew themselves have been putting in a lot more scrim time, it seems. These guys are very active now. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna see. You know, towards the end of before I joined Animal House, I'd been playing against them quite a bit in a lot of scrimmages, and they were pretty tough team. They would dig in pretty tight. So I think if they do similar things to how they were previously, they can really cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Now, I haven't mentioned much about this, but it's probably worth mentioning. OCL also has a custom map league, OCML. That league has just started or is starting. I think it starts Monday. Is it Monday that it starts? It's about to start or it's
Are you
just
talking
started.
about the OCML?
And
We are the
so
defending champs in season 0.
that is true. They do have a prize pool. So, I mean, if you're interested, you want to compete for some money, you want to call yourself an esports player, go join the OCML league, get your team in, practice those maps. There's like a lot of them, it seems like. Maybe you can add to that. Is the map pool gonna be chosen similar to how this is, and there's just a larger map pool that could potentially be chosen to at any given time?
Yeah, so I believe, don't hold me to this, but I believe that same thing with like after season 0 OCL, we added East Village to the map pool. It should be something similar to we add one of the maps from OCML, one of the most voted on maps, and bring it on over
All right.
to the
Well,
OCL. It'd be
you
awesome.
heard it from one of what I would say is close to the sources you can get. Uh, if you're interested in those custom maps, it's a kind of a bit of a change of pace too. So if you want a change of
We do
pace,
have coming up next week though is the OCL play-in, which we're unfortunately most likely gonna have to play in.
and by we you're talking about Animal House, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that's good practice for the group.
Yep. So I haven't done a play-in a long time, but hopefully we can come out on top and get to the playoffs. And I believe it's the following week. Maybe there's a week break in between that. I'm not sure. Off the top of my head. Then it's the playoffs for OCL. That'll be exciting. Really good matchups.
All right, so I do like this position. Wow, what a grenade! What a grenade! Unfortunately, just the wrong side of the wall. Let's see. They do have a drone out. I could hear it. Misty's gonna kind of tuck away, so I I think we can kind of come back over here and see what we're looking at. I can't see the drone.
So having Volk advantage is huge.
Oh,
on
there's the
downfall.
drone.
This could very easily go the way of Wrecking Crew. They just trade around.
Ooh, Draven. What position is Draven sitting in? Look at this. That's a dirty position. Draven is. This is going to be very hard.
This is why I hate downfall.
This is very hard for you to see. If you've never played, or maybe you have played, I mean, that is very hard to see. And not to mention, wow, peace. Some of those ways people get around.
What building is he in? I need to use that spot.
Yeah, he's in one of those. I think we always often call it like crater building. From we can definitely view it, but they did call a kill, but Peace only downed him. So let's see if we can get out of this building here. There's no exit, I swear. Here we are.
Okay.
You can see this is kind of. I guess you could also call it a tank building as well.
Yeah.
There's also a crater around here, so. I mean, that's going to be so difficult to just see. Oh, Voids. Voids wrapping it up. Broken grabbing Draven, so Broken. She's got better eyes than I do. Misty kind of tucked away in here.
Drone down.
Okay, drone's down, but the question is, how much info did it get? That could be really important here. I think maybe we might see some action from Peace. Look at Peace trying to find Dove.
Ooh, 12x. Love that.
Let's see if we can. Fortunately, we can't zoom in to see that laser any more than this.
I wonder if he's using a stock or if he's freehanding.
It's a good question. Look how stable that laser is. That's got to be a stock. I feel like you're going to be a little less stable.
Honestly, it's so stable it might even be a tripod.
Shoot, he's using a tripod IRL. Peas, what are you doing? Tripod. Ring coming up. Ring using this cover, and in terms of defense here, I don't think Misty's going to be able to spot him. Not from that bottom position. He could just creep up on Dove and just swing it. Oh, but he's making a lot of noise coming in. Flash goes out, but it's not going to be quick enough. And that's a double trade. Wow, that's a double trade. Let's see what Peace is looking at here.
Does that revive go out?
They've got, unfortunately, Wrecking Crew has 2 people down, but I think this plays in their favor a lot. Peace might find Misty here. Oh, Peace is in a great position to find Misty. This is important. Ooh, if only he could get him. Oh, he did tag him, though. This can quickly become difficult, but, the downside of what's happening here is Dove is in a position he could see where Fog's at. I mean, Dove initially was kind of sitting very low, but when you're in that down position, you can just stand up. And so he could just see directly over that wall standing up. And so that unfortunately gives some unfortunate timeout or call outs.
40 seconds left.
Yeah. Oh, and this is huge. This is huge, but they've got to move quick. He's got to go to objective. If he crosses
Where's
this
the last defender?
Oh, just go to objective. Go, Peas, go. And I'm surprised that Ring's not telling Peas, finish this guy. Oh, no. All up to Fog. I'm surprised that Peas didn't finish Dove. I mean, they knew that trade happened. I think it was pretty well called out. 5 seconds out of time. And here we go, guys. This is the round.
Oh man, what could have been for PeaPodz?
So many things that went well that round for them, but just a little bit off. Just small little things off. All right, Wrecking Crews. They're gonna secure a Volk win. And we're gonna go to round 2, and this
yes,
objective.
Connor, this is in fact the Bald Bandit.
This objective, I think, can be of all the objectives that I expect a Marsoc win from, this is like number one on this map. This can go very wrong for a Volk defense very quick, and if you really haven't ironed out your positioning based off of either spawn, there's just so much of a Marsoc group can do, especially with timing, to force you into a small area and kind of just pick you off.
Yeah, again though, with the limited time and the amount of space you got to cover on this map, it just adds an extra defender to the Volk side. I think VRML, different story. Other leagues, different story. But having only 5 minutes and having to traverse this whole map, it's 6v5 as soon as you start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah. It's just
1-0.
it's tough.
All right, so I think Wicked did mention a little bit a play-in tournament. The way this particular league works is they have a 6-game season, and then they're going to kind of go into this tournament to play for a playoff spot. Anybody that didn't automatically make it in, and so the top 7 automatically make it in, and the rest of them are competing for that 8th spot. I don't think there's any limitations in terms of minimum amount of games you needed to have played. So I think any team that's at least in and registered can play for that play-in, and then they'll be kind of. I'm actually not sure if it's a round robin. Maybe Wicked can elaborate after
It
that
is,
play-in.
I believe. Yes, it is. It's a round robin. I believe Wicked NJ was mentioning it was randomized. I'm not sure about that. If if there's any rank to the teams that were left and playing in the play-in. But yeah, it's gonna be a long day, but should be fun.
Ooh, I'm surprised Dove was able to get there. Oh wow! Oh wow! This has just rapidly turned into a heavy Marsoc round. Now the only downside is that Wrecking Crew doesn't have anybody on the other side of the map, so their 3 defenders are in positions to kind of watch this crossing to some degree. I think Peas is going to try to do some rotations, so these rotations could cause them some problems. But with proper time management, I think they could do a lot of work here.
Yeah, Connor mentioned that the game audio was kind of quiet.
It is possible. It is possible. It is a little bit lower. I don't want to blow people's ears out, so
Yeah.
turn it up just a little bit. Sometimes when I'm right next to a gun, oh no, and that's where those rotations can kill you. And it did, and this is now becoming an even heavier Marsoc advantage.
Yeah, this is
Draven's
not good for PeaPodz.
Draven's got to make this cross, and it's such a long cross. It really is. If you come back
He is staying low.
come back here, it can really be different. But ooh, and they saw him, but just not able. And this is rapidly turning bad quick. Voids is already incredibly close.
This could be a cap.
Voids is going for it. He's gonna get it. Oh, there it is. And there it is, Wrecking Crew
Wow, that was a
with the
great
cap. 3-0, and talk about momentum. They really took that negative momentum they had, and they have rapidly changed this entire outlook of this
Yep.
game.
PeaPodz was just not prepared for what a Wrecking Crew was going to bring them on downfall. That was.
And this come back. Oh wow, I'm thing.
There's
Okay, here we
2
go.
minutes
Correct.
and 50 seconds left on the clock. Like they steamrolled them in what is it, 2 minutes and 10 seconds, 11 seconds.
It was quick. The 2 kills right away at the beginning really shook up the defense.
And then Peas got caught rotating, and
And
next thing you know, there's only 2 guys
I
watching
think
objective.
Peas made the right decision too. I mean, you needed somebody to rotate to that objective, and you needed it quick. I mean, Peas was making the right decision. I mean, the Voids was able to kind of sneak up, and really there was only a small area in which they could even see Voids coming through, and it's hard on reaction time. You got to have some superb reaction time, especially when you're covering such a large area.
Ooh, Rambo confirmed that Peas does freehand. He's got the steadiest hands in Onward.
I don't believe it. Peace in your we need a 360 view of your room. It needs to happen right after this game, no more than 1 minute after the completion. Or I will not believe you. All right, guys. We're coming in. We're gonna wrap right back into what could be the last round. This is, I have to say, these objectives can be Volk heavy, and oftentimes the defensive plays similar spots in the objectives that are close. So sometimes when you play these objectives in one map, you can kind of get an idea of where you expect them to be. But with how this has turned out, they're gonna have to kind of rely on just raw skill, no prior knowledge to find these guys. I think we're seeing a pretty common split, a 2-2-1. Let's just take a look at some of these positions.
No, I am back as casting.
Oh, Draven, how'd you know? Wow. Wow, just the timing of it all. And so, wow, okay, look at this Boba. And I mean, again, some of these are really tight positions. I've seen this position used against me a lot, not checking enough angles. Voids, this is another just common position, I think, but it's tight. You really have to. A lot of people know of these positions, but it still can be difficult to actually deal with a player. We need to get to the right person. There we go. Ring is close. So Ring's already kind of penetrated up pretty close.
Can you drone a Elite 2-story?
Oh, I'm in the wall. Oh no. Okay, let's try this again. Why I picked the same person. I don't learn. I don't learn. Native, she's looking for Draven. At least roughly where Draven's at. And with 5 minutes, this becomes a daunting task for PeaPodz.
Yeah, this is all but wrapped up. I'm pretty sure here.
Oh no, Misty's called somebody down, but this was not a kill. In fact, there's nobody there. So I'm not sure what he was. Yeah, I'm not sure what he saw.
Closing time.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Like, I don't know that Peas is gonna appreciate that.
I'm sorry. It's just, this one's in the bag.
This is
I'd
very
be
difficult.
shocked. Yeah.
I
2
mean,
minutes, 45 seconds. All 5 still up on Wrecking Crew.
I mean, that's the thing. A
Just-
map like this, you have to have moved a lot quicker as well.
That's what I was saying about the time and the 6th man. Like, all they got to do is sit and hold a line.
Yeah. Don't count them out yet. They could get some much needed kills. I think potentially with just picking off Boba, they can really start to penetrate in quickly. And then with some util usage, it still could change rapidly.
I think I got that one at lower red, unconfirmed.
So this is the other thing. Misty has given them a little bit of a false sense of, security with these kills that he's calling out that aren't there. Misty taking some shots back. I think that's gonna convince him that it's not the case. Draven's taking some really good discipline here.
Yep.
And this is
It's a terrifying
43.
spot to take because you can hear the guys talking in the building right next to you, and you just get shot from so many angles. You just gotta rely on your teammates to protect your flanks.
Oh no. They know Boba's there. Draven finds Native, but they have eyes on Boba. He's in a difficult spot here.
Ooh.
Oh, he's down. And
Did he
this
get
is
pistol? No.
this is what they need. They can move in. Voids finding Ring, but now we're starting to see this offense push in quick.
Got a minute
Dubs-
left.
And Dub's gonna have
Still
called
gonna
that
kill
out that there's
Void.
2 there. I think we're gonna see some action with Draven here. Maybe not. I mean, I'm surprised.
Fog is gonna get into the fight here.
See what we can do. Voids downing P's not good. Gotta find that res. Oh, is this a grenade? And it gets both of them!
Ooh.
And Draven.
Goodbye.
Oh man, Wicked. Oh man. You're gonna get me banned as a caster, Wicked.
No, never that.
You've
That was a
heard it
great,
here, folks.
great
That is
grenade.
a win. That's a big change of pace. I mean, we saw a 4-0 on Shipyard, and we rapidly flipped it
Yep.
right around to a
4-0
4-0.
right back. That was a great match.
And a great
I
answer
appreciate you
from
bringing me
Wrecking
on.
Brew, too.
Glad I got to watch that.
Thank you,
This
Wicked.
is awesome.
Thanks for everybody tuning in. And don't forget to keep an eye out on the Discord. Like you said, Wicked said, there's going to be that play-in. There's going to be the playoffs. Keep track so that you know who wins. Thank you for tuning in,
Yep.
and I'll catch you guys on the next one.